Most people treat going full-time in voiceover like a dream, something that might happen someday if the stars align. I'm going to tell you right now that it's not a dream. It's a math problem, and I'm going to prove it to you. I've watched students do it in a year, less than a year, in a matter of months, and I know the exact roadmap, but I'm going to be straight with you from the start. If you're not willing to invest any money into voiceover and you're one of those people who wants to try and do it for free, I'm not talking about paying a coach or anything like that. You have to invest in gear and invest in platforms and invest in your business. If you're not willing to do any of that, this video is not for you. I can't help you. What I'm about to give you is a business plan, not a wish list. And if you're wondering who this cheeky dude is, my name is Carroll. I'm an award-winning voice actor with over 2,000 credits, narrator of History Channel's Backroad Truckers, and I am the founder of VoiceOver School, where I have coached many students to go full-time and even scale to 6 figures and beyond. And this roadmap is what actually worked for them. So let's talk about the very beginning, month 1. This is your foundation month, okay? You're gonna get your studio set up, you're gonna treat the studio space, you're gonna get a decent mic with an XLR, an interface, a DAW, all under $500. You can totally do that if you're smart about it. Then you're going to get free profiles. You're not investing money in the platforms yet, the pay-to-play platforms where we get auditions. You're not going to invest money yet. You're going to sign up for a free profile on voices.com and Voice123. I repeat, do not pay yet. You just get your free profile and you make it immaculate. You set it up perfectly before you spend $1, okay? I'm talking good photos, doesn't have to be professional, but you definitely don't want you like with a beer in your hand or a cigarette or something like that or sunglasses on, nothing silly like that. Get your phone, they're great now, stand against a blank wall and have somebody take a picture of you. Smile, maybe you look professional. I don't know your style. It can be in a t-shirt, doesn't matter. Just make it look nice, like a LinkedIn photo. You know, you want to have your bio professional. Do not put aspiring voice actor in there. Do not put trying to be a voice actor. New at this, taking my shot, anything like that. You want to come across as a professional from day one. Fake it till you make it. Then you want to put up demos on these free profiles. How many demos? I used to say 30 DIY demos, but no, 50. You want to do 50. Because here's the thing. While you're making these demos, you're also working at your skills. You're getting exposed to more copy before you start an audition. I'm assuming you've never done any voiceover or any voiceover training before. All this stuff is imperative, and this is going to help you move your business along at a rapid pace because we're trying to do this in a year. I went full-time in voiceover within 3 months. I was making a full-time voiceover income, but it can take longer, but it depends on you. How fast are you willing to go? How much are you willing to invest in time, money, startup fees, stuff like that? Coaching, which you'll probably need if you're brand new. Not everybody. I've seen some phenoms that start. My student Whitney, she was a phenom. She signed up for the coaching program and I gave her all the information, but she really didn't utilize any private coaching and she just went to town and she lit it up just because she leaned into the business side and she understood these platforms like voices.com and Voice123, how they work. So yeah, you're setting up your profile as perfect as it can be. You're using SEO, search engine optimization tags on all your demos so you can get found. And once you make those 50, you want to go through all of them and listen to ones that you're embarrassed by and redo them until they're great. They don't have to be perfect. They just have to be good enough to get started. So if somebody finds you, they're not going to go, oh, what the hell? There's a cat in the background. I heard some dishes clanking. There's a lot of noise going. You don't want any of that stuff. You want to know how to make good, clean audio, and you want to make a decent DIY demo. We teach all this stuff inside VoiceOver School, but I'm sure you can find some free stuff on YouTube University on how to make a decent DIY demo as well, but don't underestimate it. They're great to have in the beginning. If any of this stuff is intimidating to you when you don't have results yet, I get it. You know, investing in VoiceOver, like getting a microphone, setting up a studio space, eventually getting on a pay-to-play site and paying for the membership fee, all that stuff is intimidating because you want certainty. You want to know that you're going to get your money back, but that's not how anything in life works. You got to invest first. Any business, you need startup capital. The good news is VoiceOver startup costs are tiny compared to almost any other business. So you got to be all in. You really got to be all in to do it. And to get started, just to get, you know, on one pay-to-play platform like voices.com, get all your gear, you could do it for less than $1,000. And then you're good for a year. So month 2, you're going to pull the trigger. You're going to sign up for a paid Voices membership. I have a discount code. I don't get any kickback. They are greedy as fuck. They don't give me any money for all the hundreds, if not thousands of people I've got to sign up for them. But I do have a discount code. It's just my name, Jesse Carroll. You can enter it. You get $100 off. But I recommend messaging them first because they often have deals that are better than that. And again, it is not an affiliate code, and I would have to disclose that or I'd get kicked off YouTube. I don't get any money for it. just to help you out if you want it. But I'm pretty sure even if you message them, they'll give you at least $100 off your first year. And as soon as you sign up on voices.com, once your profile's immaculate, then you want to sign up for Voice 123. We're moving fast here. We want to do this in less than a year. So you're going to have to spend a little bit more money. You want to sign up for Voice 123 at the highest membership that you can, which is a $2,200 a year. You don't have to pay $2,200 up front. You pay $600 a quarter. It's once every 3 months, which is basically $200 a month to be able to make more than that. And at the very least, you're being exposed to more auditions where you're going to be getting better by doing them all the time. I highly recommend getting coaching while you're doing this. Not for me. I'm way too busy. Get a different coach. Now you may be asking, why the hell do I got to invest in the highest tier on Voice 123 up front? Why can't I start small and do like the bare minimum? Because when you sign up for the lower tiers, you get your auditions later and you get fewer of them. You want to go full time in a year. You said so yourself. We got to do some crazy shit. You got to jump into the highest tier because you're going to get your auditions faster. You're going to be able to submit earlier. You're going to see more of them. You're going to book more. Audition for everything that comes in. Everything. As long as your profile is set up right on Voice 123, you shouldn't be getting anything or barely anything going to you that's not right for you, that's not in your wheelhouse. So go for everything. Some people will say, don't do that. It's going to put you in the basement of the algorithm and it's going to stop sending you stuff. Fuck that. That's why we're signing up for the highest tier, to get around that, because it doesn't matter when you're at the highest tier. Audition for everything. Volume. This is the only thing that matters at this stage, not perfection, because you're not good yet. You might be okay, even if you start off pretty good and you're booking jobs like one of my students, Whitney, who booked on her third job. If you start off like that, great. But that's not the case for most people. And even her, 6 months later, she was torching the auditions she did initially. She was way better. The learning curve in voiceover is like this. Like at first it's like really steep and then you kind of level out and your skills grow really rapidly. This is why I want you to be exposed to as many auditions as you can, making DIY demos, just really just like overwhelming yourself with as much auditions as you can while you're getting coaching from someone good who's actively booking, not somebody who used to book 20 years ago. You end up sounding like an announcer if you do that. Book with somebody now. Let's talk about voices.com now, because I said go to voices.com, then go to Voice 123, like almost at the same time, immediately on Voice 123. So here's the reality. When you activate a paid membership on voices.com, this is why you want to have your profile set up perfect before you pull the trigger on there. They're going to release like all the auditions that are currently up. Not all of them are going to be good for you. There's going to be like 50 to 100 of them, and it's going to be a flood. Do them all. Even if it says that it's for somebody that's totally not you, different accent, all that kind of stuff in a different part of the world, do it anyway just to get the experience, just to get the reps in, because it's going to dry up after you go through all those. And Voices these days will give you, like when you're new, like 4 to 7 auditions a day. That's it. Sometimes less, sometimes a little bit more, until you prove to the algorithm on Voices that you're bookable. That's why you also need to get on Voice 123 and have them running at the same time, because we're not trying to go slow here. We're not dipping our toes in the water. We're trying to go full time as fast as possible in under a year, right? So you got to move. The more reps, the more chances. Don't put the cart before the horse, okay? You got to get on both. Hit the auditions hard. Do it. We are doing the Navy SEAL training of voiceover. I promise you, you can get full-time faster than you think. You just got to invest more than you're comfortable with. You got to work harder than you think you have to. And you probably need more coaching than you think you do, especially if you're not booking in the first 3 months. It took me 250 auditions to book my first job on Voices. So I basically did it in the first month. They used to release a lot more auditions back then, but still 250 auditions, 5 to 7 a day, take a little while. That's also why we're adding Voice 123, to just overwhelm and flood you with auditions, way more than you can handle. Do them all. Now, we're on to month 3 and 6, reps and first bookings. By this time, you should get your first booking. By month 5, by month 3, hopefully, if not 5 or 6, definitely. If you don't have a booking by month 5 or 6 and you're putting in the effort I'm telling you to put in, then you need to get coaching. As I said, it took me 250 auditions to book my first job. If you're doing as many auditions as I'm telling you to do right now, which would be like a minimum 30 a day, what's that? Like 2 weeks? 3 months later, if you haven't booked, it's a skill problem. That's all it is. So you need to get some coaching. Now, assuming you're booking, thank them for hiring you. Say it was a pleasure working with you. Hope to do it again. 2 weeks later, ask them for the finished project. Take that finished project if they allow you to have it, or they tell you where it is, or if they don't respond, fine, look it up on YouTube. Download that shit, put it on your socials, tag them, put it on LinkedIn, tag them, talk about how awesome it was working with them. Everybody gets to see the work that you did, and stay in touch with the client. Repeat business is so much easier than booking auditions, because they already know you and they'll just come back to you for another spot if they really liked working with you or if they respect your skills. The real money in voiceover lives in the repeat business. Also the auditions, you got to be doing that. But while you're doing those auditions, then you're just stacking all these people people that keep coming back to you and don't even ask for an audition. This is how you get to full time. Months 7 and 12, the push. By now, you have data. What's working, what's not, what you're booking mostly. Double down on what works. Start looking at getting an agent as well. You're gonna need a website, professional demo. Once you have heat and a track record and you're actively booking and you can bring bookings to agents to get them to help you quote for, it's gonna be so much easier to get like a top level agent at this point. So don't worry about getting the agent thing until you start booking. You need a professional demo and a website to do that. And that's gonna cost you even more money. So at this point, if voiceover, if you're not full-time yet and you're not making a whole lot in your part-time job, or if you had to leave your part-time job, or if it's a full-time job and you had to leave it so you could pursue full-time work and you don't have the surplus of income to pay for a demo yet, or at least you don't have the savings to pay for a demo yet, get a night job. I don't care what it is. That's what I would do. If I had to do this over again and I didn't have the money, right away, I'd be getting, as soon as I've made enough money in voiceover, that equals what a professional demo costs, about $2,500, then whatever for a website, you can make one pretty cheap these days. If I didn't have that savings, but I've made that much at least in voiceover, well, I'd feel like I'd be ready. And if I didn't have the savings to be able to pay for the pro demo, even though I made that and I didn't save it, that's an income problem. So I need to get a second job. I need to get a part-time job, something at night so I can audition the day. I'd probably do bartending, serving, warehouse, I don't care, whatever it is, wherever you can work at night so you can protect your audition hours. That's what I would do until I didn't need to do that anymore. Because when you start in voiceover, you got to have that capital so you can throw money at your problem to fix it faster. You got two people, okay? Both really want to work extremely hard. One doesn't have a lot of money, wants to wait until they feel ready. So they get a little bit of coaching, but they don't get on pay-to-play platforms, even though they want to. And they just move everything really slow. They save up over time. A year goes by. They still haven't gotten on the pay-to-play platforms, but they mean to. They've already got their mic set up. They're starting to get their studio going. Meanwhile, the other person who's been like, fuck it, I'm just going to get a second job. I'm going to save all my money. I'm going to work really hard. I'm going to do all these DIY demos. I'm going to put all my savings into these pay-to-play platforms because I'm going to force myself to go full time. Don't put yourself in a bad position, but all your extra income into moving your business forward. The person who does the uncomfortable to move their business forward is the person who's going to be way further ahead. If I started today, I would definitely get a night job until I was making enough income that I didn't need it. I would get on every single pay-to-play site that I possibly could to get as many auditions coming in as I possibly could. As soon as I made enough in voiceover to pay for a professional demo, I would do just that. I would get on a website. And as soon as I had enough bookings that I could brag about it, I would send off to every top agent I possibly could. And I would do this over and over and over and over and over and over every single day. There's no time to waste. If you want to be full-time in voiceover and you haven't cracked it yet, it's just, you're not putting enough into it. You're not putting enough hours. You're not putting enough time. You're not putting enough probably money. And I don't say that to try and get you where I'm about to tell you to join VoiceOver School. I don't care. You don't have to join VoiceOver School to make it in voiceover. There's many ways to do it. And there's many amazing coaches and there's many great communities. But if you don't get around people that are doing this actively and you don't see it for yourself and you don't get coaching when you need it, like there's no helping you. You're going to have to invest at some point. So if you really, really, really want to go full-time in voiceover and you haven't yet, look at your week and do like a time audit. How much time are you actually spending on voiceover? If you're not full-time, I bet you're not spending full-time hours. Imagine if you spent 8 hours a day, like you would if you had a full-time job. You have to work, 8 hours a day? Imagine if you put 8 hours a day into voiceover. Even if you weren't coaching, just reverse engineering spots, listening to them, trying to get better, making DIY demos, perfecting free profiles of voices or Voice 123 or wherever else until you could get the funds together to get on them. Imagine where you'd be in a year if you put in full-time hours on voiceover. Well, it would just eventually give you full-time income. It's inevitable. That's what you want to make it. So I know that's a bit of a whirlwind, but I say all this to say that if you want to stop guessing and start booking, join VoiceOver School. Whoa, that was infomercially. But this whole thing that I just told you, this is like the overview high level of like what I recommend to do. But if you want the exact system step by step, that's what we run inside the VoiceOver School community. And we also have accountability, real-time strategy, and people who have already done what you're trying to do. And also, if you're brand new to VoiceOver and you just want to see what it's all about first, and you want to get a little bit more of a view of what we actually do and how I recommend to go about this, I've got a free training too. The link is in the description below, as well as the link for VoiceOver School. So see you in there. See you in the next video. Peace. That was a weird sign-off. I keep doing these weird sign-offs. Somebody stop me. I know the other day somebody recommended me to do toodles. Toodles? I don't know. Should we do this? Toodles. What did this, was this like, I feel like this is a Hunger Games. They do this, right? Or maybe they do that. I don't know. I'm just making gang signs now at this point. I'm out of here. Bye.